Let's calculate depreciation on this delivery van using the double declining balance method. All right, remember you have those 3 steps. Calculate your straight line rate. And again, you're free to pause and try working through that. 100%, divide by the years. That means we depreciate this van 25% a year. Double it. Take your straight line rate. Double it. Now calculate depreciation expense for 2020. Let me give us a little more room. Okay, so here we have our year. Remember the formula I gave you was beginning book value times your DDB rate, which we just solved in step 2 to be 50%. That's going to give you your depreciation expense. All right, beginning book value. You may not remember what beginning book value is. We were introduced to this in chapter 4. It's cost minus accumulated depreciation. That equals book value. Okay, remember the cost, 42,000. When you start off at the beginning of the year, you have no accumulated depreciation, right? It's a brand new asset. There's no accumulated depreciation. So in the first year only, will your beginning book value be the same as the cost? Okay. That means we get $21,000 for the first year of depreciation expense. Now we can stop there. We've answered their question, calculate depreciation expense. Okay, I'm going to show you some helpful columns that will help you set up for the following year's calculation. Okay, accumulated depreciation will be 21,000 as well. And then I'm going to calculate what my ending book value is, because I want to be ready to then bring that over to the next year. All right, ending book value. So now accumulated depreciation has changed. Now it's 21,000. Okay, it's nice when it's a 50% rate. Very nice. Makes our calculations a lot easier. Now the rate stays the same. It's not going to change. Once you calculate it, just like that depreciation expense per unit in the last method, stays the same. Okay. Accumulated depreciation now is the sum of these two, or 31,500. Our ending book value, let's solve. Your ending book value is now 10,500. That's why it's so nice when it's 50%. Let's keep going because this is a challenging method, so the more practice, the better. Plus, I warned you that it can be complex, and so I want to illustrate that for you. 10,500, rate doesn't change, 50% equals 5,250. Now my accumulated depreciation is 36,750, and my ending book value goes down to 5,250. And here's where the problem occurs with double declining. Your ending book value cannot be below your salvage value. Okay, our salvage value is 9,000. Right now, we're showing an ending book value below that. Okay, we can't have that be the case. So whenever I work on the double declining method, right down here at the bottom, I will write my salvage value just to remind myself never to go below that. Okay. And so having that down there, I would have noticed here, year 2, I would have said, ooh, I'm getting really close to that 9,000, really close, only $1,500 away. And then for the double declining only, you may have what's called a force or a plug to force the calculation. Okay, so then you kind of back into it. You say this has to be 9,000, which means I can only take total accumulated depreciation of 33,000. I can only have depreciation expense of 1,500, right? Because 15 more hundred gets me down to the 9,000. Okay, or 42 minus 33 gets me the 9,000. So you have to do a force in that final year with the double declining. It's not even the final year of the life. We have 4 years, but because we take such an accelerated depreciation up front, we may reach below the salvage value well before the end of the life. Okay, it only exists with this method, this problem. If we were to graph our expense under this method, it starts up high and then it goes low. I think you're going to want to practice that double declining, so I'll make sure to put a practice problem up for that. All right, you've seen all 3 methods. We've worked through an example for each. I recommend you practice on your own before continuing. All right.